Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today on this journey into one of the most intricate and haunting cases in recent true crime history. I invite you to sit back, clear your mind, and listen carefully as we unfold a story woven with mystery, psychological complexity, and relentless pursuit of justice. Today, we delve into the case of the Lost Girl of Oakwood, a story that challenges our notions of trust, darkness lurking beneath the surface, and the fragile line between innocence and malevolence. It begins in a quiet suburb, a place where families walk their dogs at dawn, children play in manicured yards, and life seems predictable. But beneath this veneer of tranquility lies a story that would shake an entire community, exposing secrets long buried and truths too painful to confront. Our story centers around 16-year-old Emily Carter, a girl known for her gentle smile, her love of art, and her close-knit family. Emily was the kind of teenager who seemed to embody innocence, her days filled with school, painting, and the occasional sleepover with friends. She lived in the Oakwood neighborhood, a place where everyone knew each other, and the boundaries of privacy were respected, until the day Emily disappeared. The disappearance. It was a chilly autumn evening, October 17, 2017. Emily had stayed late at a school art club, a common occurrence. Her parents, Mark and Lisa Carter, expecting her home by 7:30 p.m., grew increasingly anxious when she failed to call. Her phone went straight to voicemail. Friends reported that Emily had left the art studio around 6:45, saying she was walking home. But she never arrived. The first signs of concern turned into panic when her family notified the police. The search began at once. Neighbors, volunteers, and law enforcement combed the neighborhood, parks, nearby woods, and every conceivable route Emily might have taken. But there was no sign of her. The community's initial hope was that Emily had simply lost her way or been delayed. Yet, as hours turned into days, the fear intensified. Emily's disappearance was not typical, it was sudden, unanticipated, and shrouded in an eerie silence that would soon be broken by unsettling discoveries. The investigation begins. Detective Sarah Monroe was appointed to lead the case. A seasoned investigator with years of experience, she arrived to find a community grasping for answers. The initial search yielded little: no footprints, no signs of a struggle, no witnesses with concrete information. However, a pattern soon emerged. Emily's phone was found abandoned in a small alley behind the school, battery dead. Her backpack was discovered discarded near a creek, its contents untouched. This suggested that Emily's abduction was deliberate, planned perhaps, rather than a spontaneous act of violence or an accident. Further investigation revealed that Emily had recently been acting differently. She had confided in her best friend, Julia, about feeling anxious and overwhelmed, pressure from school, family expectations, and a recent breakup. But nothing indicated she was in immediate danger. Meanwhile, the police delved into Emily's digital footprint. Social media activity showed a series of anonymous messages received over the past month, some flirtatious, some threatening, all cryptic. The messages intensified in the last week before her disappearance, hinting at someone who knew her well, yet remained a shadowy figure. The first clues. A breakthrough came when a security camera captured a figure matching Emily's description walking alone near the school around 6:40 p.m. on the night she vanished. The footage was grainy but enough to establish that she was approached by someone, a figure in a hoodie, their face obscured. That figure was later identified as a local man named David Haynes, a 35-year-old with a criminal record that included minor assault and trespassing. Haynes was known to the community but had no known connection to Emily. Still, investigators brought him in for questioning. Haynes claimed he had seen Emily that evening but denied any involvement. His alibi was weak, and his nervous demeanor during interrogation raised suspicion. When police searched his home, they found clothing consistent with the hoodie seen in the footage, along with a collection of photographs of Emily's neighborhood, taken in the days prior. Unraveling the psychological layers. As the investigation progressed, a darker picture emerged. Emily's friends reported that she had recently become more withdrawn, secretive about her online activities. Her diary, found later by her parents, contained entries hinting at someone she trusted but also fearing betrayal. Experts examining Emily's digital interactions suggested she might have been targeted by someone who knew her personally, someone who understood her vulnerabilities and exploited them. The cryptic messages, the last sightings, the collection of photographs, all pointed to an individual who was stalking her, in an almost methodical way. At the same time, a psychological profile was developed. The perpetrator appeared to be someone with a desire for control, a need to manipulate and dominate. The profile hinted at a person with a history of loneliness, possibly with a background of social rejection, who found gratification in exerting power over another. The break in the case. Weeks passed with little progress. Then, a tip led police to a rundown cabin on the outskirts of town, a place previously overlooked. Inside, they found disturbing evidence: Emily's belongings, including her jewelry and a sketchbook filled with drawings, some depicting her in distress, others showing a figure in a hoodie. But the most chilling discovery was a hidden room, an alcove filled with photographs of Emily, taken from different angles and at various times. It was clear that someone had been watching her. The room contained a makeshift bed and remnants of a life that was not Emily's, indicating an obsession, a fixation that extended beyond simple malice. In a subsequent search of Haynes' property, investigators found a collection of Emily's personal items, as well as tools that could be used for surveillance and restraint. Haynes was arrested and charged with kidnapping and attempted assault. The trial and psychological examination. During the trial, the court learned about Haynes' troubled past. Psychological evaluations revealed a man with deep-seated insecurities, a craving for control, and a history of social rejection. His obsession with Emily appeared to be fueled by a desire to possess and dominate. Haynes maintained his innocence, claiming he had nothing to do with her disappearance. But the evidence against him was overwhelming. The court found him guilty, and he was sentenced to life imprisonment. Reflection and aftermath. Emily was eventually found alive, hidden in a remote cabin several miles from her home. She had been kept captive for nearly 3 weeks before her rescue, suffering physical and emotional trauma. Her recovery was slow, but her resilience shone through. The case left a lasting impact on the Oakwood community, a stark reminder of how darkness can hide behind familiar faces and seemingly safe environments. It also prompted renewed discussions about online safety, mental health, and the importance of community vigilance. As we conclude this story, let us remember the importance of compassion, awareness, and the relentless pursuit of truth. Behind every case lies a human story, victims, families, and individuals fighting to find justice and healing. Thank you for listening. Stay curious, stay safe, and always look a little deeper. Until next time, this has been your journey into the shadows of truth.